Greetings, dear friends. Hi there, happy Monday. Here we are with another one of our Monday check-ins, our mindful motivation for mindset mastery. So welcome. I trust you had a beautiful weekend. For some of us, maybe you're having a long weekend. Here in Canada, it's Family Day today. But we still are starting our week, and I like to just come in and reflect upon what's going on with the moon before we start pulling cards. The whole idea of mindset mastery is to be aware of we are all planetary beings. Astrological energies shift and change and affect us. The reason I love to really look at what's happening with the moon is because the moon is a reflection of our own inner true selves. Now, today we have the new moon in the sign of Pisces. It's a very, very powerful new moon. New moons or dark moon, are time for us to, surrender, let go, trust, get in touch with our intuitive guidance. Now, with it being in the sign of Pisces, it's a water sign, it's very deeply nuanced by our intuition. And the whole idea of the dark moon is that that's where we get to access our inner light and shine it. Now, there's a couple of other pieces about this that makes it even more potent, more powerful, is that it's a super new moon. In fact, it's the last super new moon of 2023. And so it's actually the third one in a row. So that makes it even more powerful. But the other thing is if you go and look at a list of all the astrological signs, Pisces is the last one. So some people think of this as the end of the astrological year before we get ready to start again in Aries. But all that being said, that you can think of all the power of all the other signs are in this too. The other thing that like I said, that makes it really powerful is some people think of this as the wish moon, putting quotation marks there, the wish moon, because it's about really getting in touch with your most auspicious, audacious, beautiful visions of you. What kind of calling do you have? What kind of mission are you on from a soul perspective? Are there pieces that you can let go of that aren't serving the most amazingly aligned with your own essence, aligned with your calling, with your truth, with your purpose, your talents? What can you let go of? And what can you do to reignite that beautiful, powerful dream of you being a soul-driven, a soul-aligned being? Always remember, we're spiritual beings having this physical experience. Are there pieces that don't serve you anymore? We're all in this sort of spiral upwards of evolving and learning, and as we do that, it's experiences, and sometimes we have experiences that kind of say, okay, that's not really my preference, so do you need to do a reset? Something else to be aware of also this week is I really encourage you to get into a flowy energy. Remember I said Pisces is a water sign. So if there are blocks or things that aren't quite going the way you want, any kind of obstacles, see, can you flow with it, flow through it, flow around it, and just trust that the more we can do that, the easier things just dissipate and flow and let go. So all that being said, I just picked up my letting go cards here. So let's see, is there something that comes up that I can maybe suggest to you, or maybe just have you have a look at what do you need to let go of? What will help you access that inner wisdom, that peace for you, that inner peace, that intuitive guidance, that whisper that's always there. Sometimes we just need to create space and time to do it. So the card that's come up for us is negative thoughts. This actually makes me think of too, I use human design in a lot of the guidance work that I do with clients and students. And one of the pieces that comes up all the time is that we cannot make decisions based on our thinking process, based on those negative thoughts. So what's that? What does that mean? It means that we need to come into our inner guidance, into our heart's desire, into listening to our intuition. And so this is a week to perhaps look at what can you do to reset, to sort of acknowledge, appreciate any of those negative thoughts or that yeah but type of dialogue that comes up for all of us, but we don't have to believe it and we don't have to listen to it. So what can you do to just flow? Remember I said about not resisting, not pushing or forcing anything, just kind of acknowledge, say, there's a wee example of what that is. When I have say these things to you, if there's anything that comes up that you find a little bit resisty or a little bit like, oh gosh, I need a wee bit of help there, just put it in the comments below or message me directly, because my intent with all of the things that I share with you here is to help you not only see you, number one, to see you, to your own intuitive guidance, but it's also to find your best way to flow through it without feeling like, oh gosh, I have all these things that I have to do or have to learn or have to let go of. So like I said, let me know if you need some support, some other ideas or resources. So all that being said, in these sessions I like to pull a tarot card, and then we'll pull 3 of the Healing with the Angels card, and then we'll wrap it up with pulling one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards, because that in essence is what the whole vibe of this mindful motivation for mindset mastery is, to find it in your pace, in your rhythm. And sometimes it's done by 2 steps forward and 1 back. And so if that's the case, it's okay. It's just find you where you are. This is awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better card to come up with this one. It's the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One, depending on what tarot deck you use. This is perfect. So when I see that card, it's kind of like, in order to become illuminated or access that inner light that I was saying that's available to us, that we kind of need to surrender to with the energy of this powerful super new moon in the sign of Pisces. But it's also a request or a suggestion for us to look at things from a different way. So, whenever see that card, I always think of, well, if I want illumination, then I need to hang myself upside down and let all of those negative thoughts drain out the top of my head. But like I said, it's also about, we need to look at things from a different perspective. If we start to look around us and start saying, well, there's a block, or there's an obstacle, or there's a ism that I don't like or that I don't prefer, come back to this idea of this new moon, being known as the wish moon. It's about contemplating and planting seeds for your most incredible, magical, auspicious version of you and what you want to experience. And what's really fun is that this time you'll start to actually recognize you are powerful beyond measure. And so the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, will help us kind of realize that. I'm just drawing these cards, and one just kind of flew out saying, I'm definitely the one that's coming out. That's perfect. As always, these cards, I love using these cards because they really do resonate with the things that I've been riffing about and saying. So the first one is healing. That's so beautiful, right? That Hanged One, looking at things at a different perspective. It's part of our evolution. What pieces do you need to acknowledge, to focus on, and to lovingly let go, surrender? And this is a huge time for us for spiritual growth. I was saying about that spiraling upwards, and it's like that letting go of all the layers. You think of a chrysalis letting go of the protective core, or just peeling an onion, right? That is layer after layer after layer. So this is a huge time of spiritual evolution, of connecting with this whole idea, and that mindset mastery is the whole idea is we are spiritual beings having this experience, having this conversation. And this ultimately brings us into balance. Now balance is quite personal to you. What feels balanced to you may be different to anybody else around you. And so this is super important time to really just come in and see, what does balance, what does spiritual growth, what does healing, what do they all mean to you? Not listening to the chatter of your mind, which can sometimes say, oh, other people are doing it this way, or comparing ourselves to other people, or even, forcing ourselves into something because somebody else told you it would work. So all that being said, what is your intuitive guidance? What's the whisper within you? And are you acknowledging it and receiving it and surrendering to your higher power? Okay, there are no right or wrong answers here. It's about being willing to show up and just check in with yourself. Super important energy as we are really inspired by this powerful, beautiful Pisces super new moon. And so that was me pulling one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. This is perfect. The card that's come up, it's actually card number 29 in my deck here, and it is I Am Potential. This is the powerful piece that we get to step into. So let me read this out to you, because it's really, really completely in alignment with everything that I've shared with you here. I let go of logic and trust my feelings. That comes from your intuition, right? New and exciting things start to happen as I am intuitively guided to explore new possibilities for my life. My feelings are a part of the guidance to fulfill my potential. I can just really feel that at my heart. That just makes me feel thrilled and so excited about connecting with our potential. That's what this is. That's what's in the cards. That's what all of this is about. Like I said, if you need more guidance or support or ideas around all of this, put it in the comments below or message me directly. I wish you a superb experience with this final super new moon of 2023 and all of this beautiful wish moon, new moon energy. Much love to you. I'll be back here with you again next week.